Sounds good, brother. Let's get it started.
Let's go.
Can't believe we're doing this for a fourth time. What is up, everybody? Welcome into the pregame show. Let's go. I love that about you.
On the verge of a sweep?
On the verge of a sweep, baby. He brings it every single time.
I mean, he invented it.
He did invent it.
The rest of us are dragged along into the air horn game.
Yeah, that's my bad.
You guys, the Nuggets into Game 4 up 3-0. They can close it out.
Let's do it.
And deprive us of basketball all week long.
Oh, yeah. What do I want to happen?
I know. It's such a Sophie's choice over here. Nonetheless, you always want to close it out if you get a chance. We're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about what a sweep would mean to these Denver Nuggets. What are the stakes of the sweep, or the sweepstakes, if you will?
Oh, God.
Do you guys see how I did that on there?
Yeah.
It's on the run. Clever. You're so clever.
Man, I'm telling you. And then we might be visited later on in the show by a very culturally appropriate genie that is not at all offensive.
Not culturally appropriated.
Not culturally appropriated. Culturally appropriate.
So is it like Sinbad?
It's like Sinbad, kind of. It's kind of like that.
Is that still okay?
Then later, is it okay? We don't know. And then later on in the show, we're going to all bet, and we're going to do so much better than we did last time.
Oh, it's going to be easy to do better than we did last time.
It's going to be very easy. I got the fellas, and I got some good vibes in the house. Maybe the best vibes of all. Brendan, vote.
Offensive foul. Are you telling me the Hawks are only down 6, fellas?
Don't get your hopes up for the Hawks, dude. Don't do this thing where you're like.
I'm just saying.
You're setting yourself up for failure. You're rooting against the Celtics.
It's a
you're not rooting.
6-point game. But we're not here for the Celtics. We're here for the sweep. I feel good.
I need your full attention. I feel like I have like 1% of it at the moment.
Yeah. Go to the other couch.
All right, over here, the flannel man himself.
Yeah.
As seen on a roll of paper towels. It's D-Line Co.
Yeah, that's right. I'm brawny. I brought it. I was asked in the bar earlier to sign T-shirts. Not T-shirts I made. I was asked to sign Bring It In T-shirts. I think it was the ultimate expression of ironic.
Yeah, it really is.
Fake non-fan.
You made the Bring It In slogan, though, right? That was you?
I'd like to think I brought it to life just now.
You brought it in, baby. And then, of course, over there, the gambler himself.
I just don't know, first off, if that's my real nickname. That's not all I bring, so it's kind of awkward.
Have you noticed that I just come up with a different intro for you every time?
It's usually like much more insulting than you.
Well,
that's pretty insulting.
This one's insulting when I
Michael
lost
Jordan,
3 bets
that's the worst
last
thing
time.
about him. I know. So, it just makes it very tough. I wonder what we're going to do with all this, time off that we're soon about to get. What are we going to do with all that time?
Knock on wood. Knock on wood.
You know what I bet you'll be doing? Gambling.
Guys, the Nuggets are in Minnesota for Game 4. They are up 3-0. The games have all followed pretty similar rhythm. In fact, the last 2 games, almost the exact same score. Will this one be the same? What did Malone have to say pregame?
Well, Malone is dialed in right now.
Is he?
And the word desperation has been brought up a lot this series from Malone. Despite being up, despite being the favorites, he really wants them to be the desperate team. And it's the same deal here in Game 4. Thinks it needs to be even higher, that level of desperation. We haven't done anything yet, he said.
All right, here's the thing. Michael Malone, I think, has had a great series. I really do. I think he has coached a fantastic series, and it gives you hope that, hey, coaches get better over time, too.
Yes.
Even he can be better now than he was in previous iterations. But here's one thing. Who am I to question him? He's a better coach, better leader, all those things.
That's for sure.
Okay. But here's the thing I keep wondering. The note of we need to act like we're desperate to me is like so hollow. How do you act like you're desperate? Like, we're only up 3-0, guys. I think a better message, personally, would be like, you have a chance to really humiliate these guys. Go out and do it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I almost just feel like it's like fake desperation or real schadenfreude.
Yeah, I think
What motivates you?
the note for them should be domination.
Yeah, exactly. There you go.
The note for them should be like, hey, no one has believed in us for the existence of this franchise. It's now time to shut people up. Like, you should go out and you should make every sports expert that said the Nuggets would lose in the first round or that the Nuggets don't. I mean, like all of these things that came from not paying attention to them and just simply looking at the box score and being
not even the box score, man.
Whatever. Just
looking
the result
at Twitter narratives and just being like, hold on, I heard they're not really good.
They should strive for the nationwide apology tour to begin tomorrow.
I love it.
Yeah, as Malone said along a similar vein, we all understand if we're going to have to win this game tonight, we have to play our best game of the season. So I think the message is essentially, be merciless, right? Go out there and just go play your best basketball now.
Desperate is like weak, though. This one is like strong.
Be strong
that's
for
all
once.
I'm saying is pretend you're desperate. Like, I don't know. Don't pretend you're desperate.
Yeah, there's
pretend they don't belong on the same court as you.
Right.
They don't.
Exactly. Yeah, like desperate is like I was not desperate to embarrass my little brother in Wilson Stuff's basketball in the back of our door, but I went out and I made an example of him day after day
Every day.
Every day.
Well, one side in this contest is desperate. It's Mini. They're down 3-0. And Chris Finch said one reason they are down 3-0, they really thought they'd be able to exploit the non-Jokic minutes. But Finch conceded Denver's figured it out with AG and their switching. The bench has been outstanding. Malone was asked about that quote, and Malone said, we did that a lot throughout the year. Obviously, we didn't play Aaron Gordon at the backup 5 a ton, but when we did, or if it was Zeke, we really wanted to switch. We wanted that to be part of the bench's identity. So it's something that they knew they could do and expected to do. But to me, and I think Malone is kind of saying something similar, like, juxtapose the Nuggets at the end of the regular season with the Nuggets right now. That's one of the perfect examples of how they're different and how they're dialed in. The switching, the communication, the multiple effort, the focus, it's all there right now. So we finally are seeing Aaron Gordon at the backup 5, and it's unlocked something with that bench. Crazy to think the bench has been a strength in round 1. I know it's Minnesota, but man, it was not looking good a few months ago.
Well, part of it is the bench is more starters than ever before. But Dev, tonight, do you think that Minnesota, we kept using the word desperate for Denver, let's throw that out, but for Minnesota, do you think they play desperate tonight, or do you think they might have a little quit in them?
I think they have a little quit in them because they gave their best shot and it still was not enough.
It was
also,
actually no different.
Yeah, I feel like also last game was like, it was humiliating in the sense of they got whatever they wanted. They got to the free throw line. I know the game plan was to get guys in foul trouble. They did that. They still lost the game and pretty easily. I think that when you see that, it's like, okay, there's no adjustments. There's nothing that we can do. Our big guys, our big 3 had a great game. It still wasn't enough for their big 3. So I just feel like this is a game where it could be over in the third quarter.
Oh, for sure.
And you're just getting ready for Cancun.
Oh, dude, like to put it in terms that the Minnesota Timberwolves themselves would understand, it's like if you were playing them in 2K, we would just get the alert that said your opponent has left the game.
Yeah.
They're quitting.
That's a really good bird because they play video games a lot of Call of Duty. That was really good.
Thanks, homie.
That was really good. You brought it. You know what I knew?
I listen. Some of us bring it through mouth sound effects.
Yeah.
Other people bring it with thoughtful.
I don't want to do it anymore. I think that's it. I think it's over. Mouth sound.
See like that? Adam just brought it with a mouth sound
Mouth
effect.
sound. I brought it.
All right, well,
to bet that made me mad.
that seems like a perfect note to end game notes on, by the way.
Dev, who do you want to see tonight? Like what player do you think has a big game tonight?
The player that I want to have a good game and I think is going to have a good game that helps Denver the most, another Michael Porter Jr. game for him. Because it really does unlock a new piece of their offense. The next team that they play, they're going to look at this and say, hey, that guy is a guy we have to game plan for. He's actually for real. Not to say that they weren't going to game plan for him, but it just goes to show like this team is deep. There's a lot of them. He can space the floor. He can get to the rim. His layup package is incredible right now. And also, he's not a guy that you could just go at the entire time because of that length. There has not been much weakness in his game right now, and I think that just bodes well for Denver, and teams having to go against him are going to have to figure that out. So he's the guy that I have my eyes on in this game.
Eric, you like to make predictions for the game. How does this one go?
I think this one goes very similarly to the last game. I think that we have a moment where Minnesota is leading, maybe in the second or the third, but ultimately coming down the stretch, the Denver Nuggets are good enough, deep enough, strong enough, and God darn it, people like them. And they're just going to, at the end of the day, this isn't about game planning. This isn't about anything other than one team is better than the other team. And a lot of it has to do with construction, but let's not forget, as we have experienced in years past, like Minnesota is missing two of their better players. They're missing Naz Reid and they're missing Jaden McDaniels, who broke his hand. So, I mean, that has an effect. That has, it cuts into their depth, and it makes it so that, when we have our bench players on alongside starters, like we're able to be more and more successful. So I don't see a way around it for them tonight.
There you go. And Jokic, by the way, was off the injury report today, which I always like. They put him on there. Who knows why Denver does these things, puts him on, takes him off or whatever. But maybe a small sign that, Jokic's wrist, maybe he was having a flare-up and it's flared back down.
I do think it works that way, his wrist.
Yeah.
I think we just up and down throughout.
And he was having a bad week, but it's off because now he's not having as bad a week. I don't know. We'll find out. Guys, this has been a season of firsts for the Denver Nuggets. The first time being a first seed, for example. They also have a chance tonight to do something they've never done in their 46-year history in the NBA, and that is sweep a team. It's crazy to think that they have never swept a team. I am of the belief that that's a big deal, and that losing tonight, if they were to lose, would be a little unsatisfying, even if they close it out in Game 5 in dominant fashion. Because I do feel like there's something to this Nuggets team is different than every single Nuggets team that has ever come before them. We already know that with the 1 seed. But there would just be something cool about, and they were the only team to sweep ever before. I just start collecting firsts to break whatever curse or dry spell this Nuggets team has had.
It also just adds another body to the list. They came back 3-1 on the Clippers. They came back 3-1 on Utah. Those are teams of the past they don't care about. This adds another team that you're just like, hey, they're not as good as us. They're not close to us. They're not a real franchise. Like, you just put that in your head, especially with this core, with this group, because that game 82 is really when it started.
Yeah.
So it's like, hey, we're going to put that to bed and just show we're not the same team anymore. Things are different. So I think it's that confidence of we're good out west.
Man, it's crazy. Like, the Nuggets, how long have they been around now? 50, how many years?
It's like 56 or so, 54. 56, I don't know what it is.
Right. These are things that have never been accomplished in the history of the Denver Nuggets. Like, you wonder why the Denver Nuggets have no respect nationally. The Denver Nuggets have been such a wayward franchise for so long. Like, they were just unkept, looked after, unthought about, and it's beautiful to watch, like, not only a reemergence but a first emergence. Like, the Nuggets are really planting a seed to be a legitimate franchise, and like you said, this is just like another thing. It's like, it doesn't matter, but it matters. It's like another just legitimizing thing in the NBA. So let's hopefully get it. I'm with you.
Yeah, I think it matters. First of all, sending a message, I think, doesn't hurt. I think we know teams around the league don't look at Jokic and Nuggets the way they do Steph and the Peak Warriors, and for a lot of good reasons, but you want to start sending that message. I think this team has felt different in so many ways. Sniffing out weakness, relentless focus. You get the first Game 1 win, or a rare Game 1 win, I should say. They just look different. They feel mature. That extra 10%, like we've said, and a sweep, I think, would be a stamp of validation on that whole notion.
Half a century, the Nuggets have not been a team that sweeps. And I mean this in a weird, I don't want to be too self-deprecating or this or that. The Lakers sweep, the Celtics sweep. There's these big teams that sweep people. That's just what they've, you're worried about being swept or something by them. The Nuggets haven't done that. This would feel like a little bit of a turning point of like, no, this is a team that sweeps you. If you don't come correct, you're worried about, can we win the series, can we lose it? But there's this other thing of, no, you might not even get a game.
And one more, the Nuggets might lose in the first round, kind of a trendy pick.
Right.
The Celtics are in a dogfight with Atlanta. They've lost a game. They're going to win that series.
Right.
But the Bucks are struggling with Miami.
Right.
For all of it, for Denver to be the team, and Philly, I should admit, for Denver to be the team that said, no, this is what dominance looks like. I just think maybe it matters more to us than the team, but it'd be a sweet stamp of validation.
Man, you mentioned Philly. Did you guys see how good their defense was in that Game 4? Did you see that?
Yeah.
They held them to 82.
Yeah.
That was the best defensive performance of that entire series.
Adam, I don't know if you know about this, but the game is actually played on both sides.
Well, it's played on both sides, but I just was so blown away with the defense that the guys that were available in that game brought to the table.
Yeah, like every player, you need them to be not only offensive, but they need to play defense.
Especially
That's the most valuable trait.
When you're anchored by
that's what it is.
MVP on both sides of the floor.
Yeah, James Harden
steps up.
James Harden was in the game.
Paul Reed?
Yeah, no. Well, Paul Reed was in the game too. He played some great defense. He really anchored it, honestly, better than they had at any point.
Interesting.
I don't know why I'm bringing that up. Anyway, I think a sweep would be really cool, and it'd be to me like another foundational moment for the Nuggets, as not your grandpa's Nuggets.
Right.
I know.
You know,
I would say not my father's Nuggets, but I don't even think he knows who the Nuggets are.
No, that's your own thing. You guys, can we summon a genie? Where's that?
Oh my
where's
God.
that urn that you use to
It's a
summon
lamp.
them?
Hello.
Oh my God! There he is. It looks like Nux the genie, the culturally appropriate genie,
The culturally neutral genie.
very neutral genie that is in no way offensive to anyone.
I am the DNVR basketball genie.
There he is.
Oh
my
my
God, what a
God, Genie
deep
sounds
voice.
so cool.
Yeah, the genie
Does
has
he?
such a deep voice. Sounds like an opera singer.
All genies are ball-headed.
Vote.
Yeah.
If you could ask the DNVR genie for one thing tonight, you get one wish. What would it be?
A sweep? Is that, am I allowed to just take the win?
It's not very creative.
Okay. A Michael Porter Jr. masterclass.
Really? We're
Oh,
going
yeah.
back to the MPJ.
Going back to the MP.
Because we should have just done the agenda corner.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
the
yeah.
same thing I only ever. The next thing, though, would be a Jokic masterclass.
So are you stuck with MPJ, so stick there.
Okay.
What would that look like tonight? Because he had 25 last game. Is it 25 again?
I think it's been, timely and spotty contributions.
Yeah.
The last game was a little better. But I just, a bona fide Porter quarter, a 30-piece, just they're looking to him over and over again, 4 or 5 threes. I love it, man. I'm feeling greedy.
Feeling a little greedy. Dev, what would you like to ask the genie?
I would ask that ball-headed genie for Thomas Bryant and Reggie Jackson to play.
Wow. I love this.
Because I just know exactly what that means. That means that
How powerful is this genie?
That is a powerful genie. That means it's a blowout. That means that there is going to be brooms everywhere. Janitors are going to have a very, very long night. So that's what I would ask for.
All right, I love it. Thomas Bryant minutes.
Genie's like, I can get him
Genie,
out
I bet
there,
you weren't
but-
expecting that one.
I was not.
D-Line, you get to ask the genie now for any
Oh,
wish.
genie of culturally ambiguous heritage. I would like to ask of you, I'd like to see Jamal Murray give us another playoff master class, absolutely historic performance. I want to see Jamal Murray put a stamp on it, and I want for teams when they're scouting Denver to look at the combination of Murray and Jokic again as just absolute terror.
I like it.
Thanks.
I think that's a good one with Jamal. Are you down with that, Genie? Does that feel good to you?
I feel good about all of these wishes.
He feels good about him. Mine, if I could ask the Genie for one thing. Nikola Jokic is currently averaging exactly 20 points, 11.3 rebounds, 9 assists. 9 assists. Tonight, I'm going to ask for 13 assists.
All right.
14 assists, is that what it
Oh.
is?
Yeah.
I just want to get Jokic, and 20 points, 10 rebounds and 14 assists. I want Jokic to average a triple-double for no other reason other than it's just a little cherry on top to be able to say, sweep, Jokic averaged triple-double, Murray went off, Porter
And
went
by
off.
the way, the wrist is fine.
The wrist is
The wrist
absolutely
is
fine.
fine.
He just gets it going. I just think it would be cool, especially people that are like, Jokic, can he do it in the playoffs, this or that? It just would be hilarious if the numbers are basically the exact same. And it's like, come on, guys.
And everyone's like, well, the thing about Jokic is he doesn't do it in the playoffs.
Yeah, I don't do it. A nice little triple-double average would be nice, and it would mean a triple-double tonight in the game. So that's what I'm riding with. All right. Let's preview the rest of this game tonight, guys, this Game 4, by opening up DraftKings. I'm going to tell you, Dev, 2 bets I made already, and you don't have to agree
So
with
avoid
them.
those bets.
They're probably
those are
gonna be
both
so good.
losers.
I already know it.
5-point game.
Right now, I took Christian Brown 3-pointers.
How many?
1, 0.5. I took the over. Here's the thing. There's a chance there's a little bit more garbage time tonight. He'll get an opportunity. He made a 3 in the last game, which I feel like your first 3 on the road, it's like you get over a hump. He just needs 1, guys. And also, I love betting on any line that's 1. 1 steal, 1 block, 1 3, because it's like, boom, you win it in an instant. And then the other one I went with was you can do an alternate 3-pointers line. I got Aaron Gordon at 2. Which is plus 350. So you get a really good long shot bet on it. And here's my thinking. They've put Gobert on Jokic this last game, and I think it was so dumb. I wonder if they mix it up tonight and put Karl Anthony Towns back on you. They wanted to get Towns going. He got going. They still got smacked. So maybe you put use Gobert and just say don't guard Aaron Gordon, see what he's got, and he hits a couple threes tonight. Do you like either of those?
Yes. The Christian Brown one, I mean, that's tough for me to bet on. But he gets the opportunity. He gets a couple of threes every time, and also he's playing.
Right.
So, yeah, I do like those. Are you ready for mine?
I want yours. Let's hear it.
And then I'm sure that D-Line got a banger ready for us right after. After mine's hit, his is going to hit also.
Yeah, totally.
And then yours is going to hit.
Why don't you take a little time with these bets just for no reason?
Okay. So Nuggets are 4.5-point favorites in this game. And you know what? I think Minnesota's done. I think that they know that they're done. I'm going to take Denver minus 4.5.
Love it.
You're taking the line, huh?
I like the line. I also like the over of 223 in this game. Minnesota found a way to score in this series, especially getting to the free throw line. I think that they're going to continue to just try to attack the paint, try to get them in foul trouble. It's the best option that they have. And Denver's size just doesn't match up with AG playing backup big. So I do think that they're going to be able to score. And we all know that Denver can score. So the over 223 for sure. On Timberwolves side of things.
Oh, gosh. Come on.
We got one bet in.
Yeah. Timberwolves side of things, I'm going to go with Anthony Edwards, of course. 27.5. He has been scoring.
He has been scoring.
He's a scorer.
He's the one guy I think played
He
well
will
tonight.
score.
Yeah.
He will just
I
go more
also
and
think
more.
that
That's
Karl
not for
Anthony
Anthony
Towns,
Edwards.
he's going to get his
Anthony Edwards.
21.5 as well. Like, so both of them are going to get theirs. Cat.
You think he goes over 21.5?
Yeah, he just had another, he felt it last game. I think he does it again.
Another thing you could ask for the Genie is a breakup of the team starts fighting again.
That would be crazy if it was like, what would really be good with the Genie is if Cat only had like 6 and Jokic had 30.
Yeah.
And that's just like how you end the whole argument or whatever there is for that. But yeah, those are the two bets that I like on their side of things. Now to the good guys, the good side of things.
Hawks stink.
Let's just hurry up and get it in there. Jamal Murray over 22.5 points.
Bling.
That is for sure going to hit.
Blang.
Like, he only had like 18 last game, and I think that it just came to him calmly. He really didn't try to do that. So let's get him over on that. Let's go with Jokic over 22.5 points.
Really?
I think that he gets it. I really do think that he gets it in this one.
I gotta go kick some people out of the bar. They just cheered for a Tatum 3, so you guys
22.5.
got this.
Let's go over to the three-pointers.
No one here hates the
Michael
Celtics.
Porter
but you.
Jr. is at 2.5 threes. We're going to put that in the same game parlay for a +3. He's going to get that as well. Anthony Edwards also will hit his 2.5 threes since we're on that side of things.
Yeah, we don't have to.
Yeah, we sure don't. But we did.
We did.
We want another one.
I want as many as you
Oh,
can
can we
you
bet
can
on
go.
Karl
What's the
Anthony
lock? Do we have a
Towns
lock?
or-
Yeah, so my lock for this one is going to be Jamal Murray rebounds.
What?
Yeah, Jamal Murray rebounds.
Rebounds?
4.5. Yep, 4.5. He's going to get the over 4.5.
Man, I actually kind of like this bet. Damn it, I'm in.
You could also put it together with the points plus rebounds if you want to, for sure lock it in.
Okay.
But I do like the rebounds in this one. He came off of a game that he just had 6.5. 6. I think he's going to do that again. So I do like that one.
Do you have a same game parlay for us, D-Line?
You know that I do.
All right, where are we starting up? Go slow here.
How does plus 600 sound to you, fellas?
Man, it sounds like 6 to 1 odds here.
Did you make sure you engage the same game parlay?
Boost, yeah, little boost.
Yeah. Okay, so only 4 legs, like your standard animal. This is an animal bet. I'm going to go very simple. Start off Denver Nuggets
There's
money
probably
line.
more animals with 6 and 8 legs than there are 4.
I'm going to start off with the
also-
Denver Nuggets money line. And then I'm going to go crazy. I'm going to go Bruce Brown, 1 3-pointer made.
All right, wow. You know what? That's all it is. Bruce Brown,
Yeah,
1-3.
one.
Minus 105?
But you add it in.
No, I know. I'm
Oh,
just
yeah,
saying,
yeah.
that's like-
Yes.
Bruce is going to hit a 3, right?
Yes. And then I love Jamal Murray, 4+ 3-pointers made.
You like him that much?
Yes, I do.
All right, I'm in. You
I
know what?
do.
Let's get reckless.
And then to that point, Jamal Murray over 21.5 points. Those 4 together feel like a lock to me. That'll net you plus 600, and you get it's a safe parlay. You can get your money back if for some unknown reason this doesn't hit. But let's not worry about that.
You know what? Let's hit a parlay, baby. Nuggets taking on the Timberwolves game 4. It wasn't long ago, fellas, that they were chanting in this very building, "We want Denver. We want Denver." Tonight they have a chance to sweep and close them out. One super chat came in.
Been following, this is Rich Crum, been following along since 1976. Anxiously excited to move towards a dream come true. By the way, it doesn't go unnoticed that Duvalier is as cool as a cucumber, despite all the other occasional nonsense. Let's effing go.
Yes, sir. Rich Crum, that's my boy.
What is nonsense?
What does
Us?
that even mean?
I don't know. I didn't come out with that. He notices nonsense.
Have you
I didn't
ever
want to be
noticed-
the one to
has there
say
been
it.
nonsense
I
here?
didn't
What
want
I-
to be the one to say it.
What
but
I
other
think he
people
means.
notice.
What I think he means is he's cool, regardless of all these nonsensical bets that he places. Don't hit.
That's what it is.
You guys
You're
wanna-
right. You know what? He's right. I agree with him.
You guys
Yeah.
want to
He's
learn
used to
something?
it.
You want to
Let's
end on a
go.
fun fact?
Yeah, let's end on a fun
Average
fact.
number of legs, 3.96 for animals in the world.
Yeah, dude.
Like the
Really?
most common number,
4.
4.
Yeah.
I'm kind of
I was
surprised
thinking
by
about
this.
insects.
I mean, I
Insects
would-
are
Insects,
animals.
They are
I
animals, and
would
there's like
fact check
way
me.
more insects.
And if you consider that
Fish also don't have legs. They're animals.
some of them have legs. I think
Our
fish.
Genie,
I
that's a
think
great
fish.
pregame
I
show.
think fish and
Guys,
insects.
the watch along starts in about 5-10 minutes. You're not going to want to miss it. We always have fun. We'll be right back here. We might even have some friends joining the show throughout it. Hit that like button on the way out.
Let's go.